Welcome
Welcome.
to Shade and the City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are here to do our recap of the love and the marriage that happens in the number one city in America. I don't know if it's still that way for 2024, but it was for 2023. It was Huntsville, Alabama. So, yeah, y'all. If you haven't already, we're gonna jump right into it, get into the thick of it. I'm not gonna get long with it, winded, because Nels gets on me about that. So y'all go ahead and hit that like button for us, please.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's just jump right into the Sunni and Moses of it all, and let's get shady, y'all. Okay. Sunny day, to a place that I long for. I don't know how that came out. You know what I was trying to think of, y'all? Sunny days, everybody loves them. I don't know how I went off on the other tangent, but can you stand the rain? Yeah,
Sunny says she can.
she said she gonna withstand it, y'all. All right.
The storms
So,
will come.
so
This
we
she
get
knows for sure.
yeah. Oh, this we know for sure. So y'all, we get into Carlos finally introduces us to Sunny and Moses and brings him out on stage. He starts questioning Moses on how he could show up for Sunny, but he couldn't show up for Destiny at the reunion when they was together. And so, I think this is when Sunny took a shot and was
She
like,
did.
"Oh," it
She
was
said
like,
he show
"What?
up for
Go ahead, you remember?"
she said he show up for who he need to show up for. I said, oh,
Right. So
that
Mel
goes.
is just in shock at this point because she says she knows of Sunny from behind the camera. But for her to now be in front and center of all this drama is a little bit messy. Now Carlos talks about how Destiny told him that, she shared a lot with Sunny about Moses, and Sunny was telling her to leave him alone, and only to end up with a ring on her finger later on. And I said, well, Carlos, you didn't have to say it like that, but
She showed
when
up.
you,
Oof.
but when you put it like that, I mean, so Sunny isn't used to all this type of, hit and run that she's going through because the audience is yelling things at her. And so she starts to get defensive. And then she denies Destiny ever confided in her about Moses and says that she kept it professional. And they didn't enter a relationship until after her and Moses were broken up. Now, I will say, shout out to Queen Sheba, darling. I was in her live, I believe it was last night she went live, or I don't know if it was the day before, but I believe it was last night. And she did say, she had Sunny jumped in, right? And I will say a lot of people's consensus on Sunny is that she doesn't owe Destiny anything, but I also feel like they just really don't like Destiny. And I'm just gonna say, leave that there. But when I get into the backstory of it, people feel like, well, Destiny, apparently Moses was married. And to your point, Nels, I think you said it.
Karma.
Word on the street is that the reason why her and LeBaric, word on the street, this is alleged, reason why her and LeBaric had issues was because she was messing around with Moses, and Moses was also married and messing around with Destiny. And they were both married folks. And then I guess he was single and she was single, and they decided to, spin the block is the vibe that I'm getting. So
So
to
he
your
got divorced as well.
yes, he had gotten divorced as well.
Mm. And
Because
then
his wife didn't want to do it no more,
and then
apparently.
just quickly got remarried like that.
Well, no, he had been single, ready to mingle. So we're gonna
Not
get
for
into it.
long.
So then we see, but not for long. Anyway, so then basically Sunny basically brings up how, or no, so then Moses speaks up and says that he was with Destiny January 3rd, which was New Year's Eve. And that he
You know
saw
what? That's literally the definition of how you get them is how you lose them. I go my
it's
fault.
okay. It's okay. So then Sunny says that they saw each other at one of her family members' events or something like that, and that was January 12th. He said, however, he didn't get the number. There was nothing going on. He actually was not able to really connect with her until
July.
July, is what I'm getting. Now, Mel says that this all sounds a little gray and she's very black and white, just like what she's in at the time. Okay. And Moses admits that he never really broke up with Destiny. He said that she knew it was over, and then he basically kind of insinuates that she was a little unstable, going through a custody battle. But it was the word unstable for me that I was like, well, that's harsh. Like you ain't have to throw it. I will say this. Well, let me finish and then I'm gonna give my part. So Sunny says she knows how to prioritize her man. And Carlos asked if she ever gave Destiny a heads up. And Sunny says she tried to call her because she wanted to talk to her as a woman. Destiny never answered. So she texted her to let her know, and she never responded. Now, Sunny, again, doesn't feel she owes Destiny anything. And then she goes to say when she started dating Moses, he had several women that he was dating. So then again, I'm kind of looking at you sideways, Sunny, because but I guess she was the one that, won the ring. And then says Destiny was a side chick from day one. So when was she ever the main chick? And Mel interrupts and basically says that, she feels like there does need to be a conversation because there's just a lot of anger going on. Now, here's what I want to say about this particular situation. Well, it's one or two things. I have different perspectives. I got to play the advocate, right? I'm gonna play the advocate for Sunny. I'm older. I'm well flourished in my career at this point. I meet someone. You just happen to have ties with someone else that I know and may have been cool with, right? But you could be the love of my life. You could be now. Hear me out. If he was messing with this many different women and all these other things, I don't know how much of a prize he is. I will put that out there. But if that's her prize and she saw it as that, or he saw her as the prize, and what they ran to the courthouse. Now, part of me makes me feel like they did this for TV. But they said that she wasn't gonna be engaged. She wasn't even engaged. They ran straight to the courthouse, did the thing, and that's what it was. So I feel like if you feel that strongly for each other, I can understand as a woman why you're not gonna necessarily pass up your blessings for somebody that
Say that you're not
not
wrong.
be
You
in your
don't
inner
owe
circle.
anybody
Will
anything.
not be in your inner circle. Let me say that. Now, I'll be honest. Me as a person, let me speak for me, so I can make it clear where I stand. I don't give if you were my inner circle or if you were in my close out. To me, if we know each other through a man, I probably wouldn't mess with him. Now,
Especially if she's really confiding in you, like for real, talking about her relationship and all. Like,
but she says she never did that.
yeah, of course she did, because she's on the chopping block.
Well, and at the same time, you have to understand Destiny has
She
been so
also she also wasn't the one that admitted that they were still together. She said that they were broken up. Moses is the one that said that we never broke up.
well, that's the vibe that I got from Queen Sheba's live last night. Is everybody was jumping on Moses and like you should have protected your wife a little bit more. You did
By
this.
lying.
No, not by lying, but basically like you were the one that had the relationship with Destiny. So you should be protect your wife. And this is who I chose to marry. And this is my wife. And it just wasn't you. But instead of her letting her take the hit. But the problem is it was a professional relationship that they had.
They're gonna come for her regardless,
Regardless, right?
because he's the man. They kind of expect the man to do that, and that's a girl code no. So they were gonna come for her regardless.
But yeah, no. So and then I also think Sunny was too defensive because if you really have no problem with the girl, all that smoke that you was giving towards her, it didn't seem like you didn't have no problem.
And no, for me, all the smoke you have for her is because she has smoke for you because of what you did.
Right.
Girl, you ain't got no real smoke. This is still your mess up.
Well, child.
I do like the fact that, I mean, not in this scene, but she somewhat admitted that she was wrong. But she's like, I
Yeah.
mean, it is what it is. This is love of my life. It is what it is. All right. So then we see Maurice and Marcel
Oh,
discussing.
well, I guess I got this one. I forgot the other one, but go ahead. I thought I had the two in the car together, but I guess I forgot to upload it.
Um, Maurice and Marcel are discussing, their plans to go stop by and see Martell. Um, Basically, Marcel feels like I'm just going to see the house because trying to get into Marcel's head and change his mind. This is who he is. This is a waste of time. I have
Mm-hmm.
no expectations. You listen. This is really what you want to do. Okay. So when they get there, first thing Marcel said is, "Why did you feel it was necessary to go talk to a blogger?"
And when he says blogger, he means Tasha Cat.
So Marcel says that he wanted to wave the white flag a long time ago, but he felt the need to retaliate. And they basically let him know that all the millimeters, you're not going to change their mind.
Right.
Okay. He basically called them brainless and airhead. I don't know. Look, he was going. They be going in on the millimeters, and basically says that you really shouldn't care what they think. Martell said, it's not about the fans. It's about him and what he wants to portray and what he wants to put out there. Um, and Marcel was like, sir, all these outbursts and everything that you're doing, even after the attacks, when you drop an atomic bomb, sir, it's only you that they see. Okay. They see your
Mhm.
reaction. Okay.
Right.
They see you as the bad guy, and that's how it's always going to be. And Martell just kind of feels like Marcel is the pot calling the kettle black. So he ain't really listening. And
Because Marcel I mean, he used to. He's gotten better, but Marcel used to be
mhm,
online trolling with.
mhm.
That's why
That's
he keeps saying the millimeters.
that's what he's talking about. So Martell basically said, "I hear him, but I'm not receiving it." He said, "I'm gonna do what I want to do."
Mm. Well, then we get into, let's just keep it real, y'all. And y'all might think I'm being harsh. Let's just get into lying ass Kiki. All right. Because it is what it is. And I always love to play advocate, but I,
Can't tell the truth, Kiki.
I gotta call a thing, right? So Stormy goes over to see Kiki to figure out what's been going on, why
Can't
she's
keep it
been
real, Kiki.
can't keep a real Kiki. That's what we're gonna. Yeah, good job, Nails. Good job. So Kiki wants to, she tries to throw Stormy off at first, and she talking about what went down at the reunion and how Tisha trying to pull out the bag that her and her husband are
From
cheating on
19
each
years
other.
ago.
Can I be honest? I don't think none of us really cared. So that's why I said I feel like she was trying to throw Stormy off because I don't think anybody cared. But Amin
Neither did
does say,
Stormy. And Stormy's like, "But that ain't what I'm here to talk about."
right. So then finally Stormy brings up the blogger issue. Kiki admits that she felt picked on the Houston trip. And she says that, even Melody had her basically feeling away. And she shared this
Not
with
enough for you to leave, though.
I don't know why I can't do it like I'm supposed to do it.
I
It
hold
don't
like that.
my hand don't work like that. Anyway,
Flick of
but
the wrist.
but so basically her mom ran and told a blogger, and Stormy's just looking at her like,
She's like,
right, good job, Nels. And so and so basically, she was like, Stormy doesn't believe this, and she tries to explain to Kiki what's at risk, basically, which is their bag. I have in quotations, your bag is at risk. You put everybody's bag at risk because the network could have said, we don't want to deal with this. If we have somebody on the show that's gonna go and give us spoilers and ruin our whole season, that's why, and we'll get there. That's why Mel was so serious about it. And not to mention, she has went above and beyond for you. It reminded me of the Destiny conversation, just a little bit more harsh. Stormy tells her that, she thinks her Kiki's mom is smart, basically smart enough not to go talk to a blogger. And Kiki's still saying she's not responsible, what her mom does, but she is gonna take ownership and tries, Stormy is telling Kiki that she'll do much better if she just admit that she fucked up. Kiki, said, "Okay, I messed up." And Stormy is just happy that she's taking some type of accountability, but says she's not basically not trying to catch no strays behind defending Kiki no more. So, and that she basically don't believe her. Your thoughts, Nels?
my thoughts is she won't be on the next season.
don't think we're gonna see her no more this season.
Oh, after this episode?
I think, and in the words of every other and everything else I keep seeing, everybody keeps referencing the Shawnee scene with Brandy.
Thank you for your services.
And they're basically saying that's what Kiki is getting. And we're not going to see her no more.
Well,
Because nobody else will film with her. Mel was her only, Stormy and Mel were the only ones that would film with her. Tisha and the Scotts were already out. So
yeah.
now that she has two people that won't film with her, it's a thank you for your services. Because remember, that was Brandy's problem. The only person she could get to film with her was Malaysia. That's why she got kind of boosted out the show.
So Kimmy invited Sunny to meet up with her and Tisha because
Kimmy is so messy, but I love it's like a it's a nice, nasty, messy.
She is nice, nasty. I love it. She said she got questions. Tisha got there. We found out she finally went to Africa, y'all. Her and the whole family. He took his family to Africa.
We're here for you, Marceau. I've been rooting for you for 3 seasons, my brother. I've been trying.
I said a lot has changed.
Right.
Now Sunny showed up. Tisha is in complete shock. She like, girl. She didn't even greet the girl. I don't even think
not even that. Not to cut you off. To that point, you can tell Marcel's growth because the fact that he can finally admit that Martell needs professional help. I think he never wanted to admit that. He was in denial. I think and for him to finally say on camera that needs professional help. Yeah.
Well, Tisha said, I am not going to be the bigger person. I don't want to say hi. I don't want to speak to you. You trifling hoe. I ain't got nothing to say to you.
You basically call her trifling a lot of times.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Tisha. Sunny did congratulate Kimmy on beating cancer, but then they got right to the nitty gritty, okay, and wanted to know how the hell.
If you feel comfortable talking about it,
girl, you know that's why we got you here. How you and Moses ended up together, okay?
Not even that. She's from production. She's smart. She knew what was up.
Mm-hmm.
She saw the call.
She said her first thought was like, damn. That was some trifling shit. She said, it's giving hide your kids, hide your husband, and hide your sons. Look. You know, Miss Sunny, she had to correct her. She said, whoa. I ain't steal nobody's husband now. I said, oh, we just gonna keep on throwing it. That's just what we about to do, okay? Mm-hmm. She said that they didn't start dating, start talking until a year after she left the show. And he never even came to film with her. I was like, oh, shots. Everybody.
That's yeah.
I said, damn, Sunny did not come to play. Okay. Now she does agree that possibly she may have broke girl code, but she said, you just can't help who you fall in love with. She said she prayed on it. She weighed her options and decided, I need to be loyal to my damn self. Okay. Then she said that she didn't even think Destiny was relevant because he was dating somebody else. And according to Destiny, they were broken up 5 months before they even got together. She said that she tried to reach out to the girl. Okay. The girl ain't never reached back out to her. Okay. She wanted to give her a heads up before it hit the blogs. She didn't want her to be blindsided, but Tisha and Kimmy said that they was blindsided. Okay. And she was like, she didn't even look. Tisha was like, girl, I didn't even think you was a trifling female like that. I said, you just gonna keep on calling this girl trifling?
You're trifling.
She said, I'm not trifling just because I found love.
No, what it was. Oh, go. You're not done yet. Go ahead.
Now she said she definitely could have reached out to her sooner, but things happened really quick. And she said it was her destiny, that destiny hooked them up. I said, ooh.
That was it for me. When she was like, Tisha was like, well, you should thank Destiny for hooking y'all up. And she was like, well, it was
my destiny.
It was their destiny. I said, well, Carlos got the right one. That's all I'm saying. He got the right one, baby. So If you, I don't know if y'all old enough to remember them commercials. Anyway, if you have not already, y'all, please make sure y'all hit that like button.
But you got to get some tea.
Yes.
Oh, and a subscriber. I thought you was. I thought you was done. I was about to say, hold on, we
No,
got a whole
no.
nother
So y'all, we gotta talk
thing
about
here.
it. We gonna get into before we get into the last thing with Kiki and Mel. We're gonna talk about real quick. As you guys know, news alert. Martell has been convicted of the DV charges, and he was actually supposed to go to jail, but the judge let him go. I think he was supposed to come back and well, he's trying to appeal it and go to jury. I think you had a better opportunity with the judge than you do with people's opinion of you. And then of course, Coleslaw got online all upset and and my man, and she went live and she's upset that Martell's, he didn't obviously is not going to jail, but he has to serve probation for a year. I think that was the trade-off or whatever. But he still wants to fight it and talk shit. And yeah, Nels, what are your thoughts
You
on that?
wanna shit? You wanna run your mouth?
I just wish he would stop fighting it. Like at this point, like it
Oh,
was perfect
Martell?
with Marceau. It was perfect with Marceau. This episode and this news falling the same day, at least the same day that we're recording it. But it's like perfect example. Yeah, bruh. At the end of the day, you're gonna end up being the bad guy. Just stop. Just stop. Like, and he's like, I'm going to hell. I don't
He's
care.
been fighting something. He's always been fighting something since they broke up. Something. It's always something new. He's not going. He's not going without a fight.
But that's a true narcissist. That's scary. Like in my opinion, that's the type of person that sits in jail. Like because if he's not gonna stop, right? At a certain point now you're gonna breach the law, breach whatever you have because you don't like to listen, because you don't like authority or any type of rules or anybody telling you anything. He's the type of person, in my opinion, to sit and spew in jail, and then you would literally have to be worried when Emma get out. And because y'all share kids and stuff, like and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to exaggerate. I'm at the point where I no longer want to see this because Martell is getting scary, in my opinion. It's getting scary. I'm literally low key worried for Melody. And I don't agree with everything she does. I'm not one of those but it's a little disturbing. It's a little disturbing. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what you think. But I don't know. I don't think the fact that he wants to appeal something that they found him guilty for, but I guess in his mind, because it's a text message, and that's what I'm saying. He's just so, like Marceau said, Marceau, shout out, high five. Okay. I've agreed. Like I said, I've been agreeing with you for the last 2 or 3 seasons now. We've been on some things. You was right. That man need professional help. All right. So then we see Mel and we see the moment that we call thank you for your services. Mel's at the rehearsal when Kiki walks in. A lot of people was talking about Mel's dancing. Shout out to Giving You the Real Tea. I love him. But they were like, girl, don't do that. Just
And
sing.
look, they tried to make her try. Look, she was just kicking legs. She said, "No, I'm gonna leave that for y'all. I'm gonna leave that for the dance."
You funny. So Mel said she reached out to Kiki because she had been to the blogs talking about how horrible of a friend Mel was on a trip to Houston that she was not invited to. And so Kiki starts off by admitting that she knows Mel doesn't really see it for her right now. And Mel's like,
Mel just sat there like,
but you know what I like when I tell you, I don't know if that's a Scorpio thing or what, but the way I guess it's in me. I don't necessarily want people to feel bad. So if I'm trying to have a heart to heart conversation with you and you're like, I know you probably don't fuck with me right now, I'm gonna be like, no. Mel's like,
she's like, you know what? It was given that, but it was also, I'm gonna let you get out all your thoughts, say what
right.
you need to say, and then we gonna discuss it.
And so she wants to apologize, and Mel goes, for I said, whoa. So Kiki explains how she felt slighted in Houston and gives the same sad story that she gave Stormy. That's why I'm not going to repeat it, about confiding in her mother about running to the blogs. And then her running to the blogs. I'm sorry. So then Kiki explains that she's upset with her mom, but she's taking ownership. You can tell Mel isn't buying what she's selling. So Mel gets on her about not coming to her in the beginning and waiting for all of this to play out. And I feel like I told y'all as we were going through last season, I was like, all this stuff little by little is coming out, and I was giving y'all little nuggets because I hadn't had the whole full story yet. It's crazy. So yeah, she had a chance to get ahead of it and say, Mel, how can we fix it? Help me, Mel, please. She tells Kiki her apology doesn't move her at all. I said, damn.
Well, because she said she had 6 months to come to her.
Right. So Kiki says she has reservations with confrontation. And so Mel brings up her throwing a drink in Tisha's face.
Oh,
And
but
then she was
different.
Yeah, that's different. So Mel tells Kiki that she warned her and says Kiki doesn't like to listen. And so Mel basically tells her that she could have messed up her check and, put her check and, her kids at risk and things that she got going on. And she was like, and let me remind you that I went out on a limb to defend you because everybody was jumping down my throat. And, oh, you brought her on here to get back at Tisha and do this and do that. And I have a thought about that. Just a thought. I'm not saying it's my thought, but I'm going to put it out there. And so and basically, she was like, you were supposed to show your journey of, recovering from addiction and your book. And she was like, and I haven't seen that. I said, damn, Mel. And then she tells her she doesn't have room to question loyalty from the people around her. And as she grows, her circle will get smaller. And so Mel lets her know that she's no longer in her friend circle and tells her God bless her on her journey.
I said, ooh.
Now, I will say some people feel like I said, this is not my opinion, but I have heard the viewpoint that this is where Kiki messed up going against Tisha because now you done slighted your cousin. And now at the end of the day, if Mel really was just using you for intel about Tisha or to get back at her or as an ally for her, she no longer needs you. So thank you for your services. And I said, well, damn, when you put it like that, either way, right. Either way, you gotta go. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Kiki no more.
Ain't that a Kiki?
Ain't that a Kiki? Well, y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this particular episode. All the little extra outside details I've dropped for you. And again, y'all, and I will actually put Queen Sheba's because it was actually a really good live when Sunni and Moses jumped up in there. Them people had no problem giving them the business. They was appropriate, they was sweet, but they was like, nah, they was, letting them know, like, nah, y'all was wrong as hell. But anyway, so yeah, y'all, if you haven't already, please make sure that y'all hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and IG. And yeah, sure enough, like Wanda, we're going to catch y'all next week for, another recap of the love and the marriage that happens in the Huntsville. Good night.
Good night.